St. Kitts and Nevis has once again called on the United States of America to consider ending the economic embargo against the Republic of Cuba. The latest call came from Her Excellency Dr. Thelma Philip Brown, St. Kitts and Nevis ambassador to the United States, last week at the 9th Summit of the Americas held in Los Angeles.
We envisage then, Mr. Chairman, that a region diverse in culture but intrinsically linked by geographic proximity and common challenges, should emerge as one that is integrated, inclusive, productive, prosperous, and peaceful. We further believe that each child born to every household in this hemisphere, be it one of the over 17,000 households in St. Kitts and Nevis, the 130 million plus or thereabout households in the US, or approximately 3.1 million households in Cuba, should be afforded an enabling environment to achieve his or her fullest potential to become a resilient, creative, and productive citizen, equipped to deal with our region's challenges, be they health, environmental, technological, economical, or governance-related. To this end, St. Kitts and Nevis urges the government of the United States of America to consider ending the economic embargo against the Republic of Cuba.
She suggested Cuba's assistance to countries in the Caribbean during the COVID-19 pandemic was very vital in their fight against the disease. She also made reference to support from Venezuela.
Had it not been for Cuba, many countries in the Caribbean would not have withstood the onslaught of the coronavirus. Cuba's world-renowned healthcare sector should be a source for hemispheric pride, and their voice at the summit would have been invaluable for building sustainable, resilient, and equitable global health. The same could be said of our brothers and sisters in Venezuela as we tackle an energy crisis fueled in part by geopolitical fights from another century. It is hoped that this summit provides the impetus to eschew 20th century conflicts and truly focus on the fights of the future, the fight for people, the fight for planet, the fight for prosperity, all necessary for the attainment of peace.
The absence of Venezuela and Cuba at last week's summit was one of the major talking points and controversies surrounding the event, as both countries, along with Nicaragua, were not invited by the U.S. The reason given, the U.S. suggested that these countries have undemocratic governments, which would undermine the essence of the summit. The snub prompted Mexico and most of Central America to send lower-level delegations to a conference seen as a milestone for the region. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Dr. Denzel Douglas, the constituency number 6 representative of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, indicated an increase in minimum wage is upcoming with the election to office of the SKN LP. Dr. Douglas was speaking at a weekend on-the-block rally in Newton Ground after highlighting several achievements under a Labour government that he led as Prime Minister. According to Douglas, the minimum wage adjustment is not about politics, but about responding to necessary needs of affected people.
We have a very bold agenda for constituency number 6, my dear people. This bold agenda will, in fact, impact the agenda, or will also be impacted, I should say, by the agenda of the National Party as well. I understand that it is my constituents who must pay the highest bus fee to go to work, to go to CFBC, to go to AVEC, to go to shopping town, to go out for even by our sports teams traveling throughout our country. And that is why I support the party's stance that we will deliver immediately upon taking office a minimum wage of $500 per week. Nothing less we can pay in order to uplift the living conditions of our people. That will represent, I want to work out the maths, that will represent $150 extra per week and $560 extra per month, which is more than the $500 that is being given from the PAP. This is extra for every single person working for minimum wage and others working for less than $500 at the moment. We will bring all those who are truly in need from this constituency under the PAP program. It will not only be given to those who we think can give us political advantage, some of whom are even living abroad while getting the PAP, but to all those who are in need and bring fairness and justice to poverty alleviation programs here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Dr. Hanley, as our prospective speaker on education, our prospective Minister of Education, has already indicated to you that the $250 SAFE program will be reinstated so that all our CFB attendees from here in constituency number 6 will benefit. You don't have to pull your bright secondary school students out of school. Let them go on to the CFBC. We will provide you the support that we did in the past through the SAFE program. We will continue our improvement of our built infrastructure. We will deliver on new health centers. We will deliver on a new police station. We will light and fence our sporting facilities, especially here and also in Sadlers. And sporting organizations would be able, and persons, correct, and sporting organizations would be able to benefit from raising funds at the gates for their events and invest in their upkeeps. Wherever there are housing developments without roads, we will deliver new roads. That is my solemn pledge to the people of our labor land. We will continue getting out our students to the best universities and colleges around the world. We will slash student loan interest. We will deliver on tuition support. And for those who have already completed studies, we will provide debt forgiveness on portions of your loans in whichever bank they are held. Number 6 will be included in all of these. Our agenda in number 6 is bold, it is ambitious, but it is doable. It is doable because Dougie remains with you, because I know that we can do more together, because this leader who always delivers now has more time and energy to spend with you in our communities.
Dr. Douglas, the immediate former leader of the SKNLP, will be again running in the traditional party stronghold in the upcoming general elections. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
When you're looking to sell, buy, rent, or manage a property, your answer has to be Diamond Real Estate and Management St. Kitts, Dreams. They provide oversight of real estate and physical property in St. Kitts and Nevis, perform regular maintenance, utility payments, and safety checks to ensure your property is well kept. Dreams manages and optimizes your rental listing, recruits tenants, and much more. Looking to sell that parcel of land or property, or dreaming of owning your own? Trust Dreams under the leadership and experience of its CEO, Velma Merchant. Many can attest to her professionalism and customer service. Diamond Real Estate Management St. Kitts. Call 663-7326 or visit their office at 15 Shadwell Industrial Estate, making your real estate dreams come true.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
When visiting St. Martin, you want clean, affordable accommodations. You need Midtown Motel in the heart of Phillipsburg, a place where you can relax, take a stroll on Great Bay Beach, and that provides you easy access to great shopping. Midtown Motel, located on Front Street, Phillipsburg, St. Martin. Call Midtown Motel at 721-542-0614 and book your stay today. Come get your fresh smoothie at Master Mix Smoothie in Bastyr at 2 locations, the Bastyr Public Market or under the arch at the National Museum. Get a fresh, all-natural, healthy and tasty smoothie with flavors of your choice. Master Mix Smoothie knows the flavors that you like and mixes it all up for you the way you want it. Master Mix Smoothie, 2 locations, the Bastyr Public Market or under the arch at the National Museum. Master Mix Smoothie, always the real thing, always smoothie.
Nestled between Evergreen Mountains and the Caribbean Sea on the island of St. Kitts is the Millhouse Guest House and Convention Center. With breathtaking views, a rugged, beautiful shoreline, and immaculate manicured gardens make this the perfect location for your holiday, event, or wedding. With a large convention center, apartments with balconies providing stunning views, and a secluded cottage for larger family groups or honeymooning couples looking for some privacy. We have something for everyone. Book your stay at www.millhouseskn.com or visit our Facebook page, the Millhouse Guest House and Convention Center, an oasis of tranquility.
Escaped prisoner Jesus Valdez has been recaptured. The prison inmate who escaped custody twice was recaptured on Thursday, June 9th, in the Godwin Gut area. Police said they responded to a report sometime after 6 p.m. on Thursday and left to assist residents in the Godwin Gut area who had detained escaped prisoner Jesus Valdez. A warrant has been issued for the arrest of Valdez for the offense of escaping lawful confinement. He is currently in police custody. The Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force and Her Majesty's Prison thanked the members of the public and the media who assisted the police with this matter. Valdez, a native of the Dominican Republic, was on the run for 16 days after escaping the same facility on April 14th. He then escaped just about 2 weeks after he was recaptured. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Should the People's Action Movement win in the upcoming elections, a new era of people-focused investment and development will come, according to speakers at PAM's meetup in Halfway Tree, constituency number 4. Current Representative Lindsey Grant indicated he was gearing up for another round of development for constituency 4 should he be re-elected. Sports infrastructure and education were among upcoming promises to his constituents.
I am going to win this constituency by more than 351 votes. You know why? I am going to tell you why. The reason why that is going to happen is because I'm not a Johnny-come-lately. I don't go by people just because an election is coming. I don't help people just because an election is coming. I do that 365 days a year, 24/7, helping people in this constituency. And so I want to tell you also that I have roads for Stonefort. I have roads for Toyan Heights. I have roads for Conyers. And I have roads for up here in New Guinea. When I done with them in next election, they're going to tell me, they're going to call me the roadsman. I would have built so much roads in this constituency. I want to end tonight by saying to the good people of constituency number 4, You have reposed your trust and your confidence in me for the last 7 years. I want to thank you in advance. I want to thank you in advance for the support and the victory that I will get before August the 8th this year. I want to thank you in advance. I am confident. The people have given me their confidence.
The party's political leader, Sean Richards, said PAM and CCM will further restructure the Citizenship by Investment program to bring substantial benefits to citizens once back in government.
The CBI program is your birthright, and so you should get your fair share of the resources that it attracts. Of necessity, it will be allocated to meet the educational, health, and social care of this nation, the basic needs of any country. It will be used to secure scholarships for our people and training opportunities for our students and young people, for them to pursue their dreams and to improve their lives and social conditions. It will be invested back into communities. It will be invested into housing. It will be invested into the repair of schools and the development of our education sector. It will be used to build and outfit our clinics and medical centers and in the provision of social care for all of our citizens. We will pursue a program through the Citizenship by Investment program within the first term to invest in hundreds of houses across all of the constituencies in St. Kitts and Nevis.
As early general elections draw near, precipitated by the disbanding of the Team Unity coalition government, political parties in the Federation have ramped up their campaigning in every constituency. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
If you're looking for a place to host that special event, conference, meeting, social event, party, whatever the occasion, your best option is the Millhouse Convention Center, Palmetto Point, St. Kitts. Located on the picturesque Garvey's Estate, the Millhouse Guest House Convention Center has enough space for outdoor events overlooking the Caribbean Sea. If you're looking indoors, the center is equipped with amenities needed to make your event a success. And by combining both spaces, you're sure to have a memorable event, no matter the occasion. Call the offices at Millhouse Guest House and Convention Center to book your next event on simply the most beautiful place in St. Kitts. Call 668-1392. Millhouse Convention Center at Garvey's Estate, Palmetto Point, St. Kitts. Making your event memorable. It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch our news reports, the SK Newsline Newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
An open interactive event can be described as
tremendous, effective,
on par with any conference around the world.
From exhibitions to trade shows, corporate events to product launches, from press events to political functions. We are the secret sauce behind events that make you go, wow. We've staged multiple world-class events in the Caribbean and developed the skill to deliver quality in every detail, whether the event is live or fully virtual, or maybe even somewhere in between. At Open Interactive, we got your events covered. Get your free quotation today at www.madebyopen.com.
The obvious Australia's exclusion of Cuba and Venezuela from the 9th Summit of the Americas was not lost on Prime Minister Andrew Holness as he addressed the group of leaders on Friday. Holness urged participation of the entire region for peace and prosperity.
No one is safe until we are all safe. This kind of inclusive approach is critical to meeting our challenges, and we regret that the summit did not involve all the countries of the Americas. The action plans on democratic governance, digital transformation, our green future, equitable, sustainable, and renewable energy and health resilience should be predicated on the participation of the entire region, while reaffirming our democratic principles.
He notes the need for greater attention towards ending the illegal weapons trade in the region.
A significant number of countries are experiencing an increase in illegally trafficked weapons and small arms into our borders from within the region. This is increasing the capabilities of criminals and increasing violent crimes, particularly homicides. Much more needs to be done to control illegally trafficked weapons in our region.
Prime Minister Holness says despite the crisis, Jamaica continues to lead 6 consecutive quarters of sustained growth. However, he says more is needed for trade expansion in the Caribbean, as was promised at the first summit in Miami in 1994.
This 9th summit comes at a pivotal time in global history. And if it is to fulfill the promise of the moment, it must serve as an opportunity to announce a new blueprint for regional cooperation. We must endeavor to create a new regional order with the same lofty ambition as the first summit in 1994. Jamaica therefore welcomes the announcement of the America's Partnership for Economic Prosperity.
Nika Lewis, CVM Live.
That no artist like Skeng will ever come again into this country. Will not come again into this country under the signature of any person from the Ministry of Home Affairs or from the Guyana Police Force.
That was Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben addressing the media on the sidelines of an event on Friday. The decision comes weeks after a show which featured the artist went south after patrons present at the show riddled bullets in the air and began pelleting bottles while the dancehall star performed his hit Protocol. Ben posited that if artists like Skeng want to perform in Guyana, they can do so privately in a club and behave as badly as they please.
If they want, they could go in a private club and behave as badly as they want.
Ben underscored the Ministry of Home Affairs' no signing off policy of any artist who has a track record of promoting violence and lewd content in their music. The ministry further announced that other artists like Skeng will no longer be allowed in Guyana at events in public places. However, it is unclear who he's referring to. Describing the music as disgraceful, the minister made it clear that such music does not have a place in Guyana due to this lack of positive influence and message. The Badoration concert was hosted by the Hits and Jam Promotion Group as part of the band launch for Guyana's Cricket Carnival during the Independence Weekend in May. The headliner for the event was Skeng. However, the show featured several other regional and local artists. Chaos reigned at the event, which captured the attention of the Guyanese public as well as persons from the Caribbean region. The show ended prematurely after patrons began busting shots and throwing bottles. Several patrons were reportedly robbed and injured during the chaotic scene. Following the day, the promoters as well as other stakeholders met for a meeting. There were changes implemented for concerts moving forward, such as the ban of gas bottles and the need for security scanners at all events. The Guyana Police Force had announced that it has launched an investigation into the shooting incidents which took place. While there are a myriad of video recordings of patrons firing weapons, the police force is yet to announce any arrests as part of the investigation. This is Antonio Day reporting for the HGP 90 News.
A cross-party group of US senators has reached agreement on strengthening gun control measures. 10 Republicans back the plans, which means they have some chance of success. The measures include tougher background checks for gun buyers under the age of 21 and expanded mental health checks. Here's our North America correspondent, David Willis.
This is a significant move, and assuming these proposals pass into law, they would represent the first gun control measures that this country has seen in decades. The proposals themselves are fairly modest. They include tighter background checks for gun sales involving customers under the age of 21, the introduction or expansion of so-called red flag laws, which would potentially lead to the confiscation of weapons in the hands of people deemed a risk to themselves or others, and greater federal funding for school security systems and mental health checks. What these proposals do not include is an outright ban on assault-style weapons of the kind that were used in the Uvalde and Buffalo, New York shootings. That is something that President Biden and senior Democrats had called for. Nonetheless, President Biden welcomed this move. He said it was, I quote, an important step in the right direction. The last meaningful gun control regulations in this country were introduced in the mid-1990s, the Brady Bill, which created the national background check system. But since then, there's been very little movement, largely due to the opposition of Republicans in the Senate who oppose anything that transgresses upon the so-called Second Amendment, the right to bear arms in this country. The majority of Americans, polls show, continue to support tighter gun control measures in this country. And ironically, news of these latest proposals came on the 6th anniversary of a shooting at a gay nightclub in Florida in which 49 people lost their lives.
David Willis there. Let's take
St. Kitts and Nevis senior men's national team had to settle for a 1-1 draw with French St. Martin in CONCACAF Nations League action at the Warner Park Stadium presented by Qatar Airways. Kalonji Clark rescued a point for the Sugar Boys late in stoppage time after Bertrand Arne gave the visitors the lead in the 34th minute. Coach Austin Deco Huggins offered some thoughts after the match.
My thoughts are, I think we underestimated St. Martin. I'm not satisfied with the draw, but we didn't lose, at least we get 1 point, but I think that we were supposed to be successful over St. Martin, so we got to get back on the drawing board. Obviously they made some improvement in their play. They also got, to me, more technical players. They play much harder than we accustomed them to play. So yeah, it was quite surprising, but we came out with 1 point, so I'm happy still.
He stressed a need for improvement and to build on the successes thus far.
We need to improve on our fitness level, and also we need to improve on our mobility in and around the field, especially in the attacking third. Too much time we being found static, one position, not mobile enough, so we got to work on all that.
The Sugar Boys had already defeated Aruba in their Nations League opener 3-2 in Curacao last week. They will play return legs of their opponents during the March to June 2023 international windows.
Welcome to the SKN Newsline Weather Report. I am Janil Boole. Here is a look at the forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis. more detailed weather report, visit our website at www.sknnewsline.com.